The visa section of the German consulate in Istanbul is not sports journalist Tan Morgul's favorite place to be. He came here last year to apply for a visa to attend an event put on by Hamburg's St. Pauli soccer team. He had a written invitation and a plane ticket, and thought getting a visa would be nothing more than just a formality.
I got my passport back on the day I was due to fly, about 3 hours before the flight. My visa application had been rejected. As a freelance journalist, I had no proof of a regular income. I had never been denied entry before.
The writer has traveled to other Schengen countries for many years. He was so annoyed about his refusal of entry that he decided to collect stories from other Turkish rejectees. Istanbul-based painter Eray Özkan had been planning a trip to Germany last year to see friends and visit museums in Hamburg. Her application was rejected, and she still doesn't know why.
The reason given was that I'm not rooted in Istanbul. I was so annoyed. What's that supposed to mean? I have my apartment here, my studio, my daughter, my husband, my mother.
The German authorities say Turkish citizens want to use visas as a way of getting into Germany to stay. A visa hotline received more than 1,000 calls within a month from angry Turks. Many were particularly critical of staff at the German consulate.
One case that was reported to us might be of interest to women's organizations. The visa section wanted the applicant's husband to vouch for her and give her permission to travel.
The German Foreign Office declined to comment on the visa issue, yet pointed out that more than 70,000 visas are issued in Istanbul alone every year. Foreign Minister Guido Westerwelle, however, has questioned the sense behind the current process. What's more, courts and even a government report say it contradicts a 1980 treaty between Turkey and the EU. And if the regulations are not relaxed, travel restrictions could damage the country's economy. After all, Germany is Turkey's biggest trade partner.
We frequently hear trade fair exhibitors saying that they will go to fairs in Paris or Amsterdam because there are fewer hurdles. And that is a problem for us.
Turkey is booming, and unlike many other countries, shows no signs of crisis. Foreign investors are flocking to the Bosporus, and Turkish companies are expanding abroad. This factory has been working with German steel for years. Businessman Levent Ganiyosofolu regularly travels to Germany for work reasons. He provides dozens of documents to get a visa, but this summer he was stopped by unsatisfied border guards. The incident prompted him to write an outraged letter to the German Chancellor.
In July, the border police at Düsseldorf Airport wanted to know if I had a return ticket, how much money I had with me, and they wanted to see my credit card. We already had to do all that when we applied for a visa. Why are we being asked for the same thing again in front of other passengers? It's humiliating. I don't have to tell anyone how much money I have in my pocket.
But there are alternatives to German steel. Japanese suppliers were standing in the same queue as the Turkish businessman and invited him to visit Japan without a visa. Whether in terms of trade or culture, Turkey is moving closer to the rest of Europe. Against that backdrop, Turks are growing increasingly intolerant of Germany's visa restrictions.